Hey, what's up guys? I'm Zach. This is my car here. It is a lovely 2007 Volkswagen Jetta. Such a beast. And it's a manual. So I thought, why don't I show you guys? I'll take you along for a ride. I'll show you how to work the clutch, the gearbox, everything like that. I'm not an expert by any means, but you know, I do know how to do it. So for the people out there that are, you know, want to drive a manual or learn how to drive a manual, this will be a little tutorial. So let's go ahead and jump in the car. Alright guys, when you first step in your car, you'll notice that there's obviously 3 pedals. In an automatic car there'd only be 2, an accelerator and a brake, but in a manual car there's an accelerator, brake, and then clutch is all the way over here on the left. Alright, when you first get in the car, just make sure you have your seat adjusted where you can fully push the clutch to the floor. Alright, so quick overview on the gearbox here. My car is a 5-speed manual gearbox, so first will be all the way up and to the left, second is down, third is up and to the right, fourth is down all the way from there, and then fifth is up and to the right, and then neutral is in the middle like on all cars. And then reverse is something that can differ on all types of cars. In my car it is down, over, and to the left, kind of in the place where first gear is. So just make sure you know where reverse is. Some cars can be down over this way, down over this way. It just depends on where it is in your car. To start any manual car, you need to put the clutch in first. Usually you want to have your foot on the brake, or if you have your e-brake up, you should be fine. Go ahead and turn the key and it'll start right up. Alright, first off, starting in a manual car, you'll obviously need to launch it, which is the hardest part. I kind of wanted to divide this up into 3 different segments. One segment on an even surface, one on an uphill surface, and then one on a downhill. The uphill will obviously be the hardest, then the downhill will be the easiest. So I'll start off on an even surface. What you want to do, you have your car neutral, I have the e-brake up. You want to push the clutch in and put it into first gear. Put your e-brake off and have your foot on the brake, otherwise you'll start rolling around. Alright, starting out here, the easiest way that I know how to start launching a car that's a manual is to not worry about the gas. If you're on an even surface, if you can let out the brake, it shouldn't roll around. What you want to do is you want to start releasing the clutch slowly till you feel that biting point. You'll feel the car kind of start to shake. That's when you know that the clutch is starting to engage. So leave it at that point and then start applying throttle. Just learn where that engagement point is. That's what it's all about, is learning where the engagement point is. And when that starts engaging, then you want to start applying gas. So there we go. See how it came out real easy there? So there wasn't any jerkiness, I wasn't giving it a lot of throttle. Because we're on an even surface here, I don't really need to do that. I'll do it again, start letting the clutch out like so, and then start applying throttle when you feel that clutch engaging. So we have in first gear here. We've already talked about how to launch the car, so let's get going here. So like I said, feel for that engagement point and start applying throttle. And now we are going to get out on the road here. So now we are driving. So when you first start driving here, you'll be in first gear obviously, and to shift up to second, just re-engage the clutch again, pull it down to second, and then re-engage it again, and now we're in second gear. Third gear, up and to the right, and it's re-engaging again. So it's all about that, just the smoothness. Obviously when you first start, it's not going to be super easy. You're going to have to, you know, you're going to be a little jerky, you're going to be a little bit like, you know, doing one of these, and your passengers are going to hate the crap out of you. But it's fine, because once you get the hang of it, it's super satisfying. So now we're in third gear here. We can go up to fourth, so clutch in, off the gas, down to fourth, off the clutch again, into the gas. It's all just kind of getting that motion down of, you know, controlling the clutch and the gas at the same point, and learn the shifter. The shifter is not the hard part. All you have to do is just pull it and push it, but it's all about that engaging and disengaging the clutch that makes the world of a difference. Alright, we're at a stop again. This is slightly uphill, so like I said before, kind of start to feel where that engagement point is. You'll feel the car start to shake, and that's when you want to apply throttle. Now obviously, when you're doing it on a day-to-day basis, it'll need to be a lot quicker than that, but starting out, you know, go slow and it's all about, like I've said before, I'm going to repeat myself again, it's all about that engagement point, because that's when the throttle or the clutch starts to engage and your car is starting to want to roll forward, and that's when you apply throttle. There's a dead part of your pedal. Some cars are less if it engages at the bottom of the pedal or at the top of it. It depends on where your clutch engages. That's the important part that you need to figure out. All right guys, I'm now on a hill, so if I let off the brake, I'll start rolling forward. But you kind of want to let gravity do its work in this situation here. Once I let off the brake, I'll start rolling forward and then apply throttle. So gravity kind of does the beginning part of it for you, so you don't really have to launch the car, which is why starting on a hill is so much easier than starting on a flat surface or going up a hill. Okay, we're on a hill. We have the clutch in, the brake in, and we are in first gear here. First starting on a hill, basically what you want to do is kind of the same thing in any other situation. You want to start releasing the clutch a little bit until you feel that biting point. Don't engage the clutch just yet. Get it to where that point is that you know just before the clutch engages. That way when you take your foot off the brake and put it on the gas and engage the clutch, you don't have that dead spot. And when you have that dead spot there that you have to release, obviously that's more time that the clutch isn't engaged and you'll be rolling back further into the person behind you. So slightly engage the clutch a little bit, then you're going to swiftly take your foot off the brake and onto the gas and see how the clutch started to already engage, so the car wasn't really rolling backwards. And then you're just going to feed in the gas and on the throttle. And the steeper the hill, the more gas you want to give it. I feel like that's kind of a given, but that's another tip. So we'll try this again. So if I take my foot off the brake, I'm going to start rolling backwards. And I have the clutch in and I have it in first gear. Always be in first gear starting on the hill, because if you're in second, third, or anything above that, you're gonna stall or roll into someone behind you. So that's what we're trying to avoid today. So now we're going again. Put the clutch in again, put it into second, clutch in again, into third, back on the gas, and we're rolling. Alright guys, thank you for watching this slightly sweaty and hot tutorial here. I hope you guys found it informative and you can take something away from it. This is my first YouTube video, and so I apologize if it's complete crap. Thank you and have a good day.